Were you aware that prior to mid-September, Jim Cramer recommended Tesla stock sales to investors? The opposition of professionals to Tesla is not surprising. The EV company can't merely have admirers, of course. Continue to tune in and watch to see what Jim Cramer has to say. Despite ample evidence that Tesla has recovered from the COVID-19 pandemic-related production setback, some investors remain unconvinced. Nevertheless, the number of Tesla detractors is rising every minute. However, some people are unwaveringly positive about Tesla and resistant to change. You'll learn today why Jim Cramer thinks you should sell your Tesla stock before September 15th. Even though the EV market is suffering from supply chain issues and inflation, Tesla is still making good decisions to stay afloat. In actuality, the company's revenues and stock price are rising despite a lot of challenges. For the majority of investors, this might be excellent news, but Jim Cramer disagrees. Indeed, he thinks that now is the ideal moment to sell their stock. American television personality and author James Joseph Cramer is better known by his stage name Jim Cramer. He anchors Squawk on the Street and hosts Mad Money on CNBC. Cramer was the founder, senior partner, and manager of hedge funds at Cramer Berkowitz. Using his stock market expertise, Jim Cramer founded Cramer & Co., a hedge fund, in 1987. From 1987 to 2000, Cramer managed his fund and experienced just 1 year of negative returns. In the end, he left his hedge fund in 2001, having made an average yearly return of 24% from 1987 to 2001, which translated into an average annual dividend of more than $10 million over the course of those 14 years. In 1996, Cramer co-founded TheStreet.com, a website that offers analysis and recommendations on the stock market, while he was still employed at his hedge fund. Cramer holds the second largest stake in the company, which had a $1.7 billion market valuation at one point. But as of August 2019, Maven had purchased The Street. Jim Cramer agreed to host Mad Money, the CNBC program for which he is best known. Instead than trying to influence viewers' opinions, the show aims to educate them on how to think like seasoned investors. Over the last 10 years, the program's popularity has steadily increased, positioning it as one of CNBC's most watched investing programs. All of my career, I've been fascinated by companies with vociferous bulls and ferocious bears, if only because they can be so entertaining, Cramer once stated. 2019 saw the initial introduction of the concept of investing in Tesla by Jim Cramer's daughter. She chose to hire a Tesla while traveling from Oregon to Los Angeles. According to Cramer, she had never been a car enthusiast before, but she was taken aback by how much she enjoyed operating an electric car and how simple it was to recharge. According to Cramer, she said it was the most fun car in the world. Although Cramer was dubious about the firm and emphasized that the stock was pricey, his daughter was sold on Tesla. Yet Cramer's daughter declared that she still had faith in Elon Musk, the CEO of Tesla. She added that because Cramer was too elderly to recognize the possibilities of electric vehicles, he had a prejudice against the company. Cramer remembers her stating, "I want to buy Tesla stock, and I'm going to save up to own a Tesla." According to Cramer, she actually invested in and witnessed a tenfold gain in Tesla shares. She had conviction, she did the work, and bought it, he states. Thus, Tesla gained a new devotee who was a harsh critic in 2019. Jim Cramer of CNBC's Mad Money goes from being an agnostic skeptic of the electric car maker's stock to being a fervent bull. The host of Mad Money said that he had grown to love Tesla and now views the company as a battleground stock. Actually, according to Cramer, 2021, Tesla is a huge buy right here. Ironically, by 2022, Cramer, who had previously expressed a great deal of optimism over Tesla, announced that he preferred Ford above Tesla stocks. Cramer revealed that he prefers Ford stock to Tesla shares. He claims that Ford is getting ready to overtake Tesla and take the lead in the EV industry. By 2026, Ford is reportedly hoping to build over 2 million electrified cars. Would you sell your Tesla stock as Cramer suggested if you were a shareholder? Please share your thoughts in the space provided for comments below. According to Cramer, shareholders of Tesla should think carefully about selling their shares rather than holding onto them. Ford's statement that it will boost the yearly production capacity of its planned electric F-150 pickup truck to 150,000 units per year by mid-2023 appears to have played a role in Cramer's choice to choose Ford over Tesla. This vehicle is thought to be a rival to the much-awaited Tesla Cybertruck. Jim Cramer actually took issue with Tesla's upcoming Cybertruck. This is going to be Elon Musk's first failure, he predicted. Naturally, this hasn't been confirmed yet, but the amount of pre-orders and reservations for the Cybertruck suggests otherwise. In addition to criticizing Tesla, Cramer suggested switching to a Ford electric vehicle. According to Cramer, Ford plans to create 200,000 battery-powered automobiles in addition to inverters and batteries. In his opinion, Ford has outperformed Tesla in the pickup truck market. He noted that Ford has successfully operated large auto factories for a longer period of time than Tesla, which is going through terrible hardships despite growing its factory network. This is likely to continue in the future. James Farley, the CEO of Ford, doesn't do anything that doesn't generate revenue, according to Cramer. This is supported by the fact that once Farley took over in 2020, the company's stock price rose. Similar to Elon Musk, Farley intends to shift the company's focus from internal combustion engines to electric vehicles. Indeed, Cramer added that Ford's prospects for success this year are unlimited and advised acquiring the electric Ford F-100 Lightning truck, an homage to the classic American pickup truck. Experts say that at this point, Tesla remains to be on top of its game and other firms are still relatively far behind in terms of technology, even though it may be true that Tesla will soon face intense rivalry, since many large corporations are starting to move into electric vehicles. Nevertheless, the markets that Tesla and Ford are in are very distinct. In terms of AI advancements, Ford is still a whole generation behind Tesla, despite Ford's attempts to catch up. Which begs the question, why did Jim Cramer go with Ford instead of Tesla? Some speculate that the general macroeconomic volatility, many experts forecasting a global recession, is one of the causes. Nevertheless, Cramer sees the market favorably and thinks that if certain things go correctly, stocks would undoubtedly soar. According to Cramer, a variety of economic factors can affect investors' perceptions of the stock market and their choices regarding the purchase and sale of shares. Despite the impression that Cramer has just set his sights on an electric vehicle startup that is not Tesla, as he revealed in a recent interview, this is not the case. Since he hasn't endorsed any other manufacturer of electric cars. As a matter of fact, he expressed his opinion that Rivian is not the next Tesla. American electric car manufacturer and automotive technology business Rivian Automotive Incorporated, the chairman and CEO of Berkshire Hathaway, Warren Buffett, is an American business magnate, investor, philanthropist, and he simply said no when asked if he would buy Tesla stock. Nonetheless, it is important for Tesla investors to remember that Buffett has never made investments in companies such as Alphabet Incorporated or Netflix Incorporated. In fact, Buffett highlights Musk's achievements at Tesla in a prior interview. Elon didn't challenge Toyota or General Motors, two companies with huge resources, and yet he is succeeding because he has a great concept. That is the United States. It cannot be imagined. It's incredible, Buffett exclaimed. All of this ultimately comes down to an investor's perception of the business, and it appears that Cramer believes Ford has a far stronger future than Tesla. If you know how to look, you can always uncover equities with strong growth potential, according to Jim Cramer. Sometimes it can be as easy as enjoying a business and its offerings, then doing some research to see if the stock seems like a worthwhile investment. According to Cramer, a company has a greater chance of continuing to produce high-quality goods even if customer demand changes if it develops an innovative product that you appreciate. For additional content on Tesla stocks, subscribe to our channel and view our other videos.